안녕하세요. 국민이주에서 미국 투자이민 수송 맡고 있는 이유리 미국 변호사입니다. 오늘은 아주 특별한 게스트를 모셔왔는데요. RIA 미국 투자이민 청년 개혁 법안 이후로 129세대 한국인 투자자가 이민국에 파일링을 했는데요. 그 중에서 43세대가 맨하탄 리저널 센터의 프로젝트를 선택을 했습니다. 한국에서는 가장 파워풀한 리저널 센터인데요. 맨하탄 리저널 센터의 CEO와 CEO를 모시고 그리고 시공사 바이스 프레지던트를 모시고 프로젝트와 그리고 이민국 수속 경향에 대해서 말씀 나눠보고자 합니다. So would you please introduce yourself to the KMC subscribers and a potential investor to the South Korea?
Hi, my name is Alvin Wong. I'm Chief Operating Officer at Manhattan Regional Center.
Hi, my name is Winnie Ng. I'm the CEO and Chief Counsel of the Manhattan Regional Center.
My name is Ed Grunwald. I'm the Senior Vice President for Atria Builders and have served in that position for the last 25 years.
국민이주에서 투자 분석 업무를 맡고 있는 홍창환 미국 변호사입니다. I do have a question to Edward. Can you explain the expected time frame for the Utopia construction schedule? When do you expect the completion of the project?
Absolutely. I think to answer that question, I'd like to start to confirm that all permits for the project have been secured. We are well into construction right at this moment. Heavy excavation operations are proceeding as I speak. Foundations are now projected to be completed in September of 2025. And we have a momentum that will allow for a schedule that I can summarize real briefly through project milestones that we're anticipating to achieve. Our superstructure, both towers, is projected to be completed in August of 2026, all of which leads into the facade being completed in February of 2027. And shortly thereafter, we project the completion of the project with a temporary certificate of occupancy in August of 2028.
Okay. What assurance can Korean investor have regarding Utopia project?
Well, I think the primary assurance is the fact that we are heavily into construction as I speak. The program for the project has been solidified. It will be apartments. And as a result of that, we have full confidence in our ability to complete this project in the time frame that I've answered for you. On top of that, we also have an EB5 completion guarantee.
Well, I think for investor protections, Utopia project uses the loan model, and with the loan model, it comes with a collateral. And in this particular project, the collateral is very, very strong. Being a project in New York City, the land and the building itself, the value is a lot already right now as we speak. And it's just going to continue to go upward as the project progresses and towards completion. So it's a very strong collateral, giving high assurances for investors for them to receive a return of their funds.
What's the biggest advantage of the Utopia project, especially compared to other projects?
I feel like this is a very unique project. It's a very, very exciting project. It's hard to have another project of this magnitude because I've seen so many projects in the past, but this one is a particularly exciting one. Just these two tall towers, of course, the base is connected. It's like a mini city on its own. And the location in New York City, in the heart of Queens, where it's a prime residential neighborhood, and there's nothing of this size and this height. Some people are saying it's like bringing Manhattan to Queens. And so it's the first of this kind. And it's probably, I don't know if they'll ever have this kind of project ever in Queens. So the project itself is an icon. It's going to be these iconic towers in Queens, which is part of the whole New York City, is changing the whole skyline. So on top of this project, an exciting like mini city in the heart of Queens, it also has such, as we mentioned, the collateral is so strong for investors. And then on top of that, I guess another assurance for investors. I guess Manhattan Regional Center, since I joined in 2016, we have given investors a lot of added protections. We have hired a third-party independent fund administrator to make sure that every dollar of investors' money is going into the project for development purposes. And on top of that, we also have a loan enforcement officer in place by a third party, which is there to protect investors' interests in case the developer does not pay back. But with this kind of model, the way it's structured is that if this loan enforcement officer does need to enforce the loan for any reason, the developer, the borrower of the CB5 loan has promised, and it's actually written in the documents, that he will be responsible for all the legal fees. So this package as a whole, this icon in New York City with all the added protections in place, it's bound to repay investors. It's set up that way. I feel like there's no other project that can compare.
I can feel your confidence. I do have another question about the job creation. Many Korean investors ask me about the job creation status.
Winnie was mentioning, we have a third-party fund administrator. One of the functions they do provide an online portal. They can log in on their phones or on any computer, any online platform, where they can see the actual job creation that is done. This portal will give them an approximate number of jobs created to date, live data, break it down to hard costs, soft costs, jobs created, along with all the funds that are being used. And so this is a great tool for investors to feel like they know what kind of information they have. It's a great transparency, giving them power. To this date, on the portal, for example, for Utopia today, it says 329.94 jobs created to date. So that's information that's readily available for investors. And we feel this is one of the things that will help investors feel more comfortable with their life-altering investment decision.
Okay, that's helpful information.
Now we are talking about your project, 11th one and Utopia one. So when did each project get the project approval from the USGIS?
So 11th Avenue was the first urban TA project to receive I-956F approval in the entire industry. And we're very happy and excited that we were able to, an amazing project, be the first to receive that approval. And it was approved in June of 2023, and we received the first I-526E approval in September of 2023. So just 3 months after that. So it was really fast. Yeah. And then for Utopia, it received the I-956 approval in April of this year, April 2024.
How many investors in the 11th one?
So for our post-RA investors, we've already received about 33 approvals to date, 526E approvals. And we know that the whole entire industry, there's only 700 some cases that have been approved so far. And the average processing time is about 10 months for these cases, with the quickest approval speed at 7.9 months. 4 different countries, including Korea, and between 7.9 months to 9.8 months is the fastest speed for each of these countries. So it's been a pretty fast adjudication speed.
So I think the new 800K investors will get approval soon. What do you think?
Yes, we believe it should be coming soon because we received the 956F approval. We received it in May. It was actually approved in April. So we expect I-526E approvals to be coming anytime.
국민이주에서 유토피아 진행하신 분들 곧 승인 소식 들으실 겁니다. 저희 회사가 매일 케이스 스테이터스 체크하고 있습니다. So my next question is, many people say TA project is better than general project. So what do you think? Why the TA project is better than general project?
Well, I think for one thing, if it's a TA, it qualifies for the minimum investment amount of $800,000 instead of $1.05 million. So it'll be saving investors a lot of money because there are very good projects like the Utopia project on the market that's very safe, secure, and also very attractive for $800,000. So that's why you don't have to spend another $250,000 in other projects that may not even be as attractive or safe as a TA project like ours.
Yeah, that's reasonable. How do you expect process timing for the potential EB5 investor who will file their cases next month or this month? What do you think?
Well, right now we're seeing approximately, I think it's approximately 1 year. It's average is what we're seeing in the whole entire market. We're seeing about 10 to 11 months, but it's safe to say they can expect plus or minus a year. It may be faster, it may be a little bit slower, but for expectation purposes, it's good to expect from filing to approval between 10 to 14 months approximately.
Thank you.
But you never know with
Yeah, we never
USCIS. You
Yeah.
never know with immigration.
Yeah, it's not easy to work with the USCIS, so
We have seen that since the passage of the RA, they are adjudicating at a faster speed, so that is positive news.
we are looking, forward to hearing really good news about speed, but let's see. We are talking about really good quality time of your project. But finally, can you say just one word or one thing to promote your project to the Korean potential investors or who subscribes our channel?
I would say safe. And the reason why I say safe is for the reasons that we spoke of early on, where the project is now and where it's heading, and the fact that you have an opportunity to join us, to watch us build via our time-lapse camera, which watches our every move, and that way you'll be able to monitor our progress and see that we're keeping schedule.
The word that comes to mind for me is unique. This is a project that is so exciting and combines protection mechanisms for investors and a great project. And it's not something that comes often to our EB5 market. So that's the word for me.
I agree with you. Good call.
Okay, I think the one word to describe the project is champion, because I think it's a champion type of project. It's a winning project from all different angles.
오늘 맨하탄 리저널 센터의 분들을 모시고 유토피아 프로젝트에 대해서 알아보는 시간을 가졌습니다. 이 프로젝트에 대해서 궁금하신 분들은 저희 국민주에 전화 주셔서 상담 받으시면 좋겠습니다. 오늘 영상 시청해 주셔서 감사합니다. 감사합니다.